So let's start the session. Right, guys? So let's start the session. So in today's class, we are going to discuss the next concept called as loop, which is the one of the most 100 most. Okay, that much of important concept in the entire Python. In the entire Python, this is the most important concept, and using this one only, everything we are going to work. This makes the entire work very simple, right? So this is the one of the most important concept in the entire Python, right? Now, what is this concept? Loop concept. So what is meant by loop? Within the loop, we are having for loop or while loop, whatever it is. Forget about the using the word of for. What is meant by loop? Loop is nothing but called as a repetition. Doing the same work multiple times. Doing the same work for multiple times is called as loop. Repeating the same thing. Example. Let us start with this one. See here. I is equal to 1. What is the I means 1? J is equal to I plus 5. I is equal to 1. J is equal to I plus 5. That is 6. K is equal to J plus 10. That is J is already 6. 6 plus 10, which is 16. And print I, J, K. That is 1, 6, 16. You are going to get like this. Between them space you are going to get. Next, I is equal to 2. J is equal to 7. K is equal to 17. And 2, 7, 17 it is going to print. And finally, I is equal to again 3. J is equal to 8. K is equal to 18. And 3, 8, 18. Since everything is in the single cell, first it is going to print this one. After that, it is going to print this one. After that, it is going to print this one. Right? Now, we are going to get the output as 1, 6, 16, 2, 7, 17, 3, 8, 18. I'm going to get like this. But if you observe here, this second line, that is I plus 5, J is equal to I plus 5. It is a constant value. Miss, I'm using here, here, and here. In the 3 cases, I'm using the same J is equal to I plus 5. K is equal to J plus 10. In the 3 of them, I'm using the same thing. Print I, J, K. This also I'm using the same. Means these 3 lines are getting repeated every time. Which is changing is only I value changes. I value changes first time for 1. After that, it is changing for 2. After that, it is changing for 3. So you are changing the only I values, but remaining these 3 values, these 3 lines of code is same. Remaining 3 lines of code are same, and just you are changing only for 1, 2, 3. These are the 3 values which you are going to consider, and you are working on the remaining 3 lines of the code are same, repeating. These 3 lines are getting repeated. Only this line is getting changed every time. So now for getting printed this one, that is 1, 16, 16, 1, 6, 16, 2, 7, 17, 3, 8, 18. How many lines of code you have written, miss? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 lines of code. In between, this is blank and this is blank. Remove the blanks. So total 12 lines of code you have written in order to print this one. Right? Now, the same thing we are going to use by using the loops concept where we want to repeat. So which one you want get repeated? This part. These 3 lines you want to get repeated. So for which values you want to get repeated this one? For I in, first you have to take I is equal to 1, I is equal to 2, I is equal to 3. For these 3 different values, you want to repeat the remaining 3 lines of code. You want to change only the I values. Every time you want to change only the I values, but remaining 3 lines of code you want to get fixed. So what I'm going to do here, see, for I in range of 1 to 4. First tell me what is meant by range of 1 to 4? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So 4 is not included. In the range, last number is also not included. I in range. In means what is meant by in? Membership operator. For I in means it is going to take for I value of first 1, after the 2, after the 3. So in the back end, what it is going to do, you know, first it will take for I is equal to 1 and it will do the 3 lines of code. Once it is completed, it will do for I is equal to 2 and 3 lines of code. Whatever the 3 lines are there, the same 3 lines will be executed. After that, I is equal to 3, again the same 3 lines will be executed. Okay. So if you observe this one, first I is equal to 1, it is going to take, and these 3 lines will be executed. That is J is equal to 6, K is equal to 16, print IJK, that is 1, 6, 16. Once I is equal to 1 is completed, automatically it will go to the I is equal to 2. Because for I in range of 1 to 4 means I is equal to 1, 2, 3. It has to take 3 values separately. First it will take I is equal to 1 and it will continue. This is completed. For I is equal to 2, it will take with respect to J is equal to 7, K is equal to 17. That is 2, 7, 17. Once this is completed, it will come to the third one. That is I is equal to 3, J is equal to 8, K is equal to 18, 3, 8, 18. So in the back end, it is going to do the same thing as it is like this, and it is going to print the same. So if you observe the above code output 1, 6, 16, 2, 7, 17 and 3, 8, 18, the same answer I have got just by using the 4 lines, that too by using the concept called as loop. Now what is meant by loop? That too what is meant by for loop? Loop means I already told you, just you can write loop. Loop is nothing but which is called as a repetition. Repetition means in bracket you can write repeating the same code, repeating the same code for multiple times. For multiple times means more than one time. For multiple times, repeating the same code is called as loop. That is called as loop. Now, what is for loop? Within that, what is for loop? For loop means nothing but for each and every value, repeat the code. For each value, repeat the code. That is the meaning of for loop. That's it. Completed. For loop means nothing but for each value. You have to select the each value. Whatever the given is there, within that, you have to take each and every value and complete whatever the inside that, whatever the code is there, you repeat that one. Repeat for the multiple times. The same code you repeat. For each and every value. For each value means for first value is completed means second value, third value, fourth value. Like this, till how much you have to go? Till the last value, till you reach the last value. For each and every value, repeat the code till you reach last. Even the last element also has to be executed. Till you can write like this, till you, instead of till you reach last, till all the values are completed. Till all values get completed. Till all values get completed, you have to do the same thing. Every value has to be completed. That is the meaning of for loop. For loop means for taking each and every value and do the execution of the code. So here actually the code is this one. These 3 lines are called as code. The block of code, for block. This block, for block. This is called as for block. Already I have told you what is meant by block. So in the last class we have seen if block, else block like this. The block of code of for, you have to execute for each and every value you have to execute. Okay. You have to execute for each and every value, execute the for block. Till how much means? Till all the values is completed. In this case, for I in range of 1 to 4 means range for I in 1 to 3. First you have to take I is equal to 1, execute the for block. I is equal to 2, execute the for block. I is equal to 3, execute the for block. Once I is 1 completed, 2 is completed, 3 is completed, stop the for block and come out of the for block. Come out of the for block and the next line of for block, whatever it is there, you have to execute. For example, here I have written the print SRK. This print SRK is not part of the for loop. It is out of the for block. Once the entire for block is completed, then you have to come down. Entire for block has to be completed. So for example, like this is there. I is equal to 1. J is equal to 6. K is equal to 16. Print 1, 6, 16. Immediately you should not come out of that. Again, you have to go back here only. From this line, again, you have to move to here, not down. After 1 is equal, y is equal to 1 is completed, I is equal to 2. Again, from here, you have to move to here. I is equal to 3. Again, you have to execute. Once I is equal to 1, 2, 3, everything is completed. Now the entire for block is completed. Now you have to come out of the for block. When every value is completed only, you have to come out of the for block. Otherwise, you have to be within the for block and you have to complete the code. Is that clear? That is the meaning of for block. So don't worry. We are not going to work on the single example. We are going to take multiple examples. I'm going to take almost 30 to 40 examples. Within the for block, we are going to take 30 to 40 examples because this is one of the most important one. Okay. Very clearly, you have to understand this one, and based on this, we are going to get the assignment. Not today. Miss, within the for loop, we are going to start now on in a advanced level of for loop. I will give the assignment. Right? Now, for I in range of 1 to say the same example. Now, once everything is completed, now once this code is completed, now you are entering into this cell. First, it will start here. For is there. For means you have to take the syntax. The syntax is for element. Anything. Choice is yours. You can take anything. Anything in. Here also you can take with respect to a list of values or range of values, which is having the sequence, which is having the multiple values. Example, string. You can consider here the string. You can consider the list. You can consider the tuple. You can consider the dictionary. You can consider the sets. So these are the options which you can consider. String is going to have the multiple characters. For each one-on-one character, it is going to apply. List, it is going to have multiple values. Tuple, multiple values. Dictionary, multiple values. Set, multiple values. Range. These are the various options which you can use. For loop, you can't apply for the int. You can't apply. Because in that, multiple values will not be there. Miss, we are not going to consider as the multiple characters, or we are not going to have the indexing for that. Right? So, float, we can't apply. Complex, we can't apply. Boolean, we can't apply. These things we can't apply. We can apply for the remaining all. Apart from these 4, we can apply for remaining all, the for loop. Now, I'm going to apply for everything. One by one, I'm going to apply for everything and we'll see one by one. Right? First, for I in range of 1 to 4, j is equal to 1, j is equal to I plus 5, k, and print. Now, these 3 lines belongs to out of the for block or inside the for block. Based on the indentation, you are going to say this is inside the for block. So, block of the code will be decided based on the indentation. So, now first you are going to take I, right? I is equal to range of 1 to 4, 1, 2, 3, right? Like this. First, I is equal to 1 and you have to start the process of the code. And j is equal to I plus 5, that is 6. K is equal to 16. Print, that is 1, 6, 16. With I, everything is completed. After that, you should not come down directly. From here, you have to move to here because every element has to be completed within the for block. Within the given whatever the list or whatever the values are there, within the given sequence. For element in sequence, execute the block. For each element, execute the block. For each element in the given sequence, execute the block. That is the syntax of the for loop. This is called as syntax. Syntax is for each every element. That element can be I, element can be 0, element can be SRK. Now, for example, for SRK in range of 1 to 4. What is the meaning of this? SRK is equal to 1, 2, 3. Every time you are going to consider SRK is equal to 1, execute the block of for block. SRK is equal to 2, execute the for block. SRK is equal to 3, execute the for block. Not only I, you can write I, J, K, L, SRK, your name, whatever you want. Any fixed variable name, some variable name conditions are there, right? That variable name conditions only you have to apply. Okay, because it is going to store as a variable only. It is going to consider as a variable. SRK is equal to 1 means automatically 1 will be stored as in the SRK. Here you can't take 1 SRK, na? Then it is going to throw an error. Na? So that is the reason. Here that whatever you are considering this one, this should be satisfying the variable name conditions. Right? Now, just in this case, what happens? For this for block, what is the answer? First, I is equal to 1. it is going to complete the code with j is equal to 6, k is equal to 16, 1, 6, 16 will be printed. And after that, from here, it will move on to here because second I is equal to 2 also you have to execute. I is equal to 2, j is equal to 7, k is equal to 17, 2, 7, 17. From this, it is going to move to here and I is equal to 3. J is equal to 8, k is equal to 18, 3, 8, 18. Again, it will move to here. Now it will see with I is equal to 4 is possible or not. Since I is 4 is not possible, so it is going to stop here. Once it stops here, it will come out of the for block. In the next line, what is their empty line? After that, what is their SRK? So this 3 will be printed along with the SRK also will be printed. Got the point? Is that clear, guys? Every step by step I have written how the process will be done. From here to here, again, it will go back. How many times it will go back? Means till the last value is completed. Okay, till all the values gets completed, it will do like that. Once, sir, here, for example, 1 to 50 you have taken, sir. 1, 2, 3, like this, it is going to up to 49. Till 49, it will do the same thing. 49 times it is going to execute the code. This particular block of code will be executed 49 times for different values of I. Each time the different values of I, it is going to execute. Right? Why 4 is not there? Because for range of 4, range of 1 to 4 means what is range of 1 to 4? 1 to 3 only, na? 1 to 3, right? So that is I is going to take 1 to 3. That is the reason I is going to take 1 to 3. Now, right? Is that clear? Now, after that, now if you write this one, sorry, the previous cell, undo, delete cell. Now, here if you are having this one, now tell me the answer of this. First, I in range of 1 to 3. That is, I is equal to write 1, 2, 3. Separate. First, I is equal to 1 and complete the code. I is equal to 2 and complete the code. I is equal to 3 and complete the code. First, I is equal to 1. Complete the code. That is, j is equal to 6, k is equal to 16. And again, it is going to back to the I is equal to 2. From here, it is going back. It is not coming down. Before coming down, the entire for block has to be completed. Now, j is equal to 7, k is equal to 17. Again, it will go back to this one. I is equal to 3. That is, j is equal to 8, k is equal to 18. Now, it is asking print ijk. Ijk values, what are the ijk values? Which is nothing but these 3 values. Last node I value is this one, last node j value, last node k value. It is not asking every time. Final values only it is asking. What is the final answer is? 3, 8, 18 only it is getting printed. If this is inside means every time it will be printed. Now, since it is outside, only one time it is getting printed, that to the last value it is getting printed. Simple. Is that clear? No, just a code. For example, I am writing like this. For I in range of okay, range of 4. I'm writing range of 4. Print I value. Print the I value. Now, tell me what are the different I values are possible? Range of 4. What is meant by range of 4? 0, 1, 2, 3. So, I values are possible with 0, 1, 2, 3. First, I value will be taken as 0, entered into the loop. Here, what is there? Print I is there. What is the I value? 0. 0 will be printed. From here, again, it will go back to the for loop. Now, I value will be 1. Print I. 1 will be printed. I is equal to 2. Print I. 2 will be printed. I is equal to 3. Print I. 3 will be printed. Now, what are the things it is getting printed? 0, 1, 2, 3. So, these are the things I am going to get. Got the point? Just it is going to take for each and every value and executing the block of code. That's it. For each and every value, execute the block of code. Inside the block of code, whatever is there, it have to execute. Inside that print is there means print you have to execute. Inside that whatever it is there, you have to execute. If the print is there means print you have to execute. If the print is not there, don't execute the print. Is that clear? Clear, guys? Now, next example. For I in range of 1 to 51, 10 to 51. Now, print I end is equal to space. End is equal, here by default, it is going to consider end is equal to /n. That is next line. So instead of printing 0, 1, 2, 3 like this, why 0, 1, 2, 3 you have got like this? Because end is next line. Once one time the block of code is completed, means the next block of once again you are executing, means the next answer should be in the next line, not on the same line. One more time repetition should be in the next line, next line, next line. The every time you are repeating the block of code, it is going to give the output in the next lines, right? Now here, with respect to print all the numbers between 10 to 50, I want to print from 10 to 50, both 10 and this one has to be inclusive. So how to print that one, miss? So here, if I use this one, a range of, already I'm having the range of 10 to 50. 50 also should be included, miss. I have to consider 51. So if I take list of range of this one, directly I'm going to get like this. So this stuff like this, I'm getting as a list, but I don't want as a list. I don't want as a list. I want individual separate values. I don't want as list. I don't want as a list, or I don't want as a tuple, or I don't want like that. If without using the tuple or list or nothing like this, then it is not going to print the values. Just it is going to say that range of 10 to 51 only it is going to say, but values are not getting printed. So for that, what I'm going to use is for I in range of 10 to 51. First, I is equal to 10 will be taken and enters into the loop, and it is going to print 10 space. If you don't write end is equal to space, what happens? First, let us see this one. So you are going to get in the next line, because with 10, I is equal to 10 entered into the loop, and one time this block of code is executed. Now you are coming back again. Now second time you are repeating. The second time has to be taken in the fresh line only, not on the same line. Not on the same line. It has to take in the fresh line. Means the end is by default is /n. By default end is /n. Okay, you are going to get /n as by default. So what we are going to do is here we are going to write end is equal to space. END is equal to space. What is the meaning, miss? First, you are going to take I is equal to 10 entered into that one, 10 space, 20, 11 space, 12 space, 13 space, 14 space. The next value will be automatically with respect to the space. Now, sir, like this it is continuing for 50 also, 50 space, 10 space, miss. After 10, I am not using the separator. Here it is not the separator, it is the end, END. So 10 space will be there. This combinedly it is as the first code. 11 space is the this is the second time. 12 space is the third time repeated. 13 space, 14 space like this. Last 50 space. After 50 also space is there here. Okay, with the 50 also space is there. Right? I'm not considering the separator. Separator means only in between only you have to get. End means at the end of each and every value you will get. Got the point? The first, when you are considering I is equal to 10, it has executed 10 and space. These both has been printed for the first one. For the second one, 11 and space was printed. I is equal to 12, 12 and space was printed. For I is equal to 13, 13 and space was printed. For I is equal to 14, 14 and space was printed. Like this, 50 and 50 and space was printed. Clear? Now, if there is no space in the end, for example, if there is no space, instead of space, now you don't want to have between the space. I want attach. Everything will be attached. If you don't write anything, miss, attached. If you don't write this one also, miss, by default, next line. By default, you are going to get in the next line. Right? Is that clear? So formula is I is equal to 10 plus I advice. 10 plus I. Okay, you are going to take instead of that, instead of 10 plus I. Okay. So every time you are taking this one, So what he's saying is caps lock I is equal to 10 plus, that is 10 plus I, small I. Okay, so first I value is equal to 1, and so first you have to start with 1 to maximum value of 41. You have to take up to 41, and first value of 1 will be taken, not even 1, 0. First 0 will be taken, and caps lock I is equal to 10 plus 0, that is caps lock I is 10, and you are printing the caps lock I, that is caps lock 10. Now you are going to get the same answer, 1 to 50. In this way also you can write. Right? So in this way also you can write, like this also you can write. If you want to print from 10 to 50, if you want to print 10 to 50, this is one of the option. As he is asking, sir, can I use like this? Sir, why to use this one? All these things, it is waste of time. Now directly you can start here is step 10, and directly you can end with 51. Starting point you can directly take with 10 only, and you can take print I. Right? Next one is for I in range of 100 comma 1 minus 2. Now what is the starting point? 100. What is the next one? 98. So I is equal to, first it is going to take 100 and execute the block of code. What is the block of code? 100 space. After that I value will be taken as 98. Now what is the block of code? 98 space. After that 96. What is the block of code? 96 space. Like this it is going to continue till you get the 2. Right? By default, if you don't write anything, means by default that one only. If you write end is equal to space, means side by side you are going to get, between them space will be there. Okay, is that clear? Now you are printing the even numbers in the ascending order. Ascending order means from low to high, from 1 to 100, where 100 also should be included. So starting number is, I'm going to take 2 because they are asking from 1. 1 means 1 is not an even number, so 2 I'm going to consider. 100 also should be included. So 100 should be included means I'm considering as 101 comma 2. Now tell me what are the different I values. Let me ask you a simple question before going with this question. For I in range of 2 comma 11 comma 2. First tell me what are the different I values possible. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So first I is equal to 2 will be taken and executes the block of code. Within the block of code, whatever is there, it is going to execute. Within the block of code, I am writing only print I, miss I only will be printed. If I write, for example, j is equal to I plus 10 and print the j value. Now, first it is going to take I is equal to 2 and executes the block of code. Within the block of code, what is there? J is equal to I plus 10. What is the I value? 2 plus 10, that is 12, and print the 12. It is going to print this one. After that, now this is completed. After that, I is equal to 4 will be taken and execute the block of code. Inside the block of code, what is there? I plus 10, that is 14, and prints the 14. After that, next value, 4 also completed. Next value, 6. It is going to take 6. J is equal to 16 and prints the 16. And second one, next I is equal to 8. After that, again it is going to execute the block of code. Within the block of code, what is there? J is equal to I plus 10, that is 18, and print the 18. Next, I is equal to 10 and enters into the block of code. J is equal to 10 plus 10, that is 20, and print 20, 20, and print. Sir, why you are writing rectangular box? Means whichever is there in the rectangular box, that is printed. Whichever is not in the rectangular box, that is not getting printed. So what it is going to print means 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20. Now by default, end is equal to space is not there. So end is equal to /n is the default value. If nothing was given, means by default next line. So 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. I'm going to get the output like this. For this code, this is the output. And this is the backend. It is going to process in this way. Is that clear? For this code, this is the output because these are the different I values. For each and every value, what is the, I have told you what is the meaning of for block, for loop. Just read the statement, whatever I have told you. For loop, what is the meaning of for loop? For each value, execute for block. For each value, execute the for block. First, you have taken the I value is equal to executed the for block. I is equal to 4, executed the for block. I is equal to 6, executed the for block. I is equal to 8. For each I value, you have to execute the for block. I values are these only possibles. Possibility of I values is only this because here you have considered this one only. For each and every value of I, you are executing the for block. Is that clear? Here, let's first you write the I values. What are the possibilities are there? Within that, take for each value execute the for block. For each and every value, execute the for block. That's set. For each and every value, execute the for block till all the values is completed. That's it. Sir, within this only J is there, sir. Printer I is there. Now, in this case, what is the answer? First, I is equal to 2. Enter the for block. What is there inside that? 2 is there. So 2 will be printed. So 4. After once the for block is completed, next value, second value, 4. Again 4 will be printed. 6, 8, 10. Like this, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 will be printed. Right? So see here, from 2 to I am going to consider up to 11 only. 2 to 11 I am considering. Now tell me, first 2 will be taken, entered into the loop, execute the for block. Print 2. Just it is going to print 2. After, so first write the I values, different I values, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. These are the possibilities. First you have to start with I is equal to 2 and execute the for block. Within the for block, for I, print I is there. What is the I value? 2 only. After that, now what is the latest I value? 4. Now this is the latest value and execute the for block. You will get the 4. Now latest I value is 6. Execute the for block. Within the for block, print I is there. Only print I is there, so it is printing. I is equal to 8, execute the for block. I is equal to 10, execute the for block. So you are going to get output like this, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Is that clear? Clear, guys? And one of the student is saying that the screen is not changing. Guys, for others, can you please confirm? You can able to see the screen properly, right? Yes, done. Yeah. Is that clear? The example is clear? Just you have to think only one. For each value, execute the for block. Within the for block, 1 line is there means 1 line, 2 lines is there means 2 lines, 100 lines means 100 lines. 10,000 lines are there means 10,000 lines. In that inside, how many lines are there? For each value, you have to execute this entire block. That is the thing. Done? Now, next, write the Python program to get all the even numbers from the given range where both of them are inclusive. Inclusive means last number also has to be included. That too, you have to take the user. From the user, you have to ask the, give the numbers. What are the numbers, starting number, ending number, you have to ask the user. You can't decide that one. You have to ask the user. For example, my requirement is starting number is 30. Ending number is 50. Both of them has to be included. The starting value and for example, I'm asking up to 51. 30 to 51 or 30 to 50. Both the values, end value also should be included. If it is a normal directly even number means end value also has to be included. If it is odd number means till 50. The meaning is till 50 only. If I am asking you 30 to 50. Now tell me what, otherwise let me ask you 30 to 40. Tell me all the even numbers from 30 to 40. 30, 32, 34, 36, 38 and 40. 40 also has to be included. So I want to get printed this one. I want like this. This is the output I require. That too in this order, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, and 40. This is my required output. For that, write the Python code. So first, this is having a proper order. So that is the reason I'm going to consider the range. Range of 30. Who has given the 30? User has given. User may enter 30, user may enter 20. Who knows? We don't know. So we are asking the user, enter the starting point from where I want to start. Ask the user input. And whatever the input is there, int of, convert to int of. And that starting point you write here. Start. So he has entered 30 means automatically this is 30. He has entered 20 means this is automatically 20. He has entered 40 means this is 40. Whatever he has entered here, this is going to be that one. Right? Followed by end point. End point, this last one value also has to be included. That is, you ask the user from still where you want to end. Write the ending point. Now ending point, if you write here, for example, he has entered 40 means a range of 30 to 40 means up to 39 only will be considered. Last value will not be considered. So then what I have to do? So I have to consider end plus 1. So plus 1 means automatically end will be considered. Plus 1 will not be considered, end will be considered. Got the point? So you have to take like this. This is the basic starting point. Directly, no need to start with the for loop, for I in. Don't confuse like this. First write the logic, later write the code. First apply the logic. What is the logic? Ask the user to give me two values. The user has given me two values are 30 and 40. Now these are the values I have to print. Now tell me how you have printed this one, 30. From where you have got that one, 30? Because this is a even number. Why you are deciding that is a even number? Why you are deciding that it was a even number? Because it is divisible by 2. So if the number is, whatever the number is divisible by 2, whatever the I value is divisible by 2, that value only has to be printed. If it is not divisible by 2, it should not be printed. So this I'm going to write for I in range completed code. Don't start with directly from the for. First apply the logic, write the code, apply this one. Here, whether you are starting directly from here, no one is going to check like that. You don't need to start directly from here. First apply the basic logic. I'm asking between two numbers, I want the even numbers. For example, you are asking me the question, sir, from what number to which number you want the even numbers? You asked me the question. I told you from 10 to 25, I want all the even numbers. You asked me the question from where to where. First step, you asked me where to start and where to end. This is your first question. That same thing you asked me is nothing but input. You asked me is nothing but input. In Python, it is called as input. Here the person is saying with mouth. Here the person is going to type the value. That's it. Okay. After asking, I told you the answer is 10 to 25. Now, you have to take every number from 10 to 25. That is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Like this, you have to consider each and every number till 25. Okay, consider in your brain 10 to 25 will get. Now the same thing, how to write the Python code? Range of 10, 26. Now after this is your second step. After that, what you are going to do? You are going to check for each number whether it is even number or not. How we are going to check whether it is divisible by 2 or not? That is nothing but this particular value, whatever the value is divisible by 2 is equal to 0 or not. Now combine everything and write the Python code. First, forget about the Python code. First, write in the English language. Forget about the Python code. There is no Python, there is no C language, there is no Java. Forget everything. Just the user has asked you the question between this number to this number. Forget about the coding. Generally, how you will write? Just do the same thing. Step by step, convert that one to the code. That is Python code. Simple. Coding is very simple. Just whatever the things you are having manually, convert that one to the Python. For example, I want to print from 1 to 100. This is the question. Sorry, 1 to 10. Let us assume 1 to 10. I want to print. Okay. So this is the requirement. Forget about the Python. Whether it is a Python or whether it is a whatever it is, 1 to 10, they asked me to print. What I'm going to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is generally, without forgetting the Python, generally you'll write like this in your notes. Print 1 to 10 means you'll write like this generally. Now the same thing you want as the code. 1 to 10. How to select 1 to 10? That is a range of 1 to 10. 10 also should be included, means range of 1 to 11. Now you want to print every value. Every value is nothing but I. That one you want to be printed. Print I. So this one in for. You have to add this one. That's it. First in your mind, you have to get this one. First you have to get the range in your mind. After that, you have to get the print of that one. Each and every value. Each and every value means I. Print I. For that, you add the for and I in. Python code is ready. As per the Python code, output is not there. As per the output, we have written the Python code. Based on the Python code, output we have not got. So don't see the code and don't see the answer. If you see the code and answer means, you will see that for this code, this is the answer. You will read as per the code answer. I'm not writing as per the code answer. I'm writing for the answer, I'm writing the code. Is that clear? So enter the number. Sir, I have a small doubt. That is, why do we use in the last ending message syntax like int of input of enter any number? Here, enter the starting number means, so if you don't write here anything, what happens? If you don't write anything here, what happens? If you execute, it will just give the rectangular box. What I have to type? My name, my age, what? What I have to type? My education, my years of experience, what? So how the user will understand that what you have to type? For that reason, you have to give here with respect to enter the starting number. Enter the starting number from where you want to start. So now it is going to print the same, enter the start number. Okay, for the Python code within the given range. In the range starting number, it is asking me to enter my starting number. Starting number I want with 10. Next it is asking the end number. Till what you want? 20. From 10 to 20, I want all the even numbers. So first it is going to take 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, like this up to 20. And it is going to check for each and every value, the condition. And based on that, it is getting printed. For each and every value, it is checking the condition. And which satisfies the condition only, it is getting printed. If the if condition is true only, it will print. If the if condition false means, the if block will be ignored. If the condition is false means, if block will be ignored. Right? Now, the same question, can I write like this? Let us do in a different way. Sir, instead of doing like this, now there will be a question. One of the student might be asking, whether maybe in the chat box, one of the student already asked also. I don't know. Okay. Sir, instead of the condition, we can use directly like this, right? So, I divisible is equal to 2 and j. Condition not set. It is going to check every value. Just so here, what I'm going to do is comma 2 and directly print I. Okay, now if I'm writing with respect to starting value 10 and ending value 20, automatically first value 10, second value 21. So 10 plus 2, 12, 14, 16, 18. Automatically even numbers only, I values will be there. Directly I values only, it is getting printed. The same answer, whatever above is there, the same answer I'm going to get. No need to write the if condition. But there is a problem in this. What is the problem? For example, input is an odd number. Assume the input is an odd number, 11 to 20. Now, what is the starting value? 11. Now, what are the I values? What are the different I values? 11, 13, 15, 17. It is going to print the odd numbers, not the even numbers. If the first value is odd number, means everything odd numbers will be printed. If the first value is even, means even numbers will be printed. So that is the reason I'm not considering this one. Okay. Now, otherwise you have to write like this. If you want to still consider this one only, if you want to consider this one only, then what is the other option? Means you have to write if start, whatever the start value, whatever the user has entered the start value. If first you have to check whether it is divisible by 2 is equal to 0. First you have to check this one. If this condition is true, then the start, whatever the start is there, you have to keep as it is, no problem. But if the condition is false, for example, if it is divisible by 2 is not equal to 0. If it is not equal to 0, what you have to do is start is equal to start plus 1. You have to take start is equal to start plus 1. Okay. Now, for example, starting number is 11. First number is 11 and 20. What happens? So start is equal to 11 and this is 20. Start is, that is, it is divisible by 2 is not equal to 0. So condition is true. Condition is true means now the starting value is going to be converted as 12. Now the starting value is considered as 12 and this is considered as 21 and comma 2. Automatically even numbers only I'm going to get. Got the point? Either you have to use if condition inside or outside. Without if condition, otherwise the starting value will be dependent. Is that clear? So for one answer, these many options are there. Right? So if it is an odd number, first convert that one to even number and then you apply the comma 2, step of 2. Otherwise, whatever I have told you, this option, simply you can go with this option. Is that clear, guys? Next, write a program gives the numbers between 0 to 100 which are divisible by 5 and divisible by 7. Write a program which is which number is divisible by 5 and it is also divisible by 7 between 1 to 100. Now forget about the Python code. Just apply the logic. So first you are going to see the from 1 to 100 means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this up to 100. You are going to write the 100. First you are going to start with 1. 1 is divisible by 5? No. So it is divisible by 7? No. So first divisible by 5. Which is divisible by 5? Only the 5, 10, 15. These numbers are divisible by 5. Which is in the 5 table, they are divisible by 5. Which is ever in the 7 table, they are divisible by 5. Now what you are going to do? First you are going to check first number 1, whether it is divisible by 5 or not. How to check whether it is divisible by 5 or not? This number divide, that is modulus of 5 is equal to 0. You have to check this one. Modulus should be 0, not the quotient value. Now automatically 1 divided by 5 is 0. You are going to get modulus value as 1. We are not going to work on the quotient value. We are working on the remainder. Remainder is going to be 1. So the condition is not going to satisfy. And I is divisible by 5. That is 1. 1 is divisible by 5 is divisible by 7 is equal to 0. I want both things. Both the things means end. So you are going to check with 5. You are going to check with 7. Separately you are going to check. And like this you are going to check. Now whenever you are having 5 modulus 5 is equal to 0 means yes, true. But the same number is divisible by 7? No, it is not satisfying. Which number will satisfy? 35. 35 divisible by 5 is equal to 0 means condition is true. And the same 35 divisible by 7 is equal to 0 means it is also satisfied. This is the first number which satisfies both the conditions. So I want 35 and second number as 70. These are the only two numbers which satisfies my condition. Now the same thing I want to write as the Python code. First 1 to 100. You have to consider from 1 to 100. Range of 1 to 100. 100 also should be included. Included. Then 101. Included means 101. Not included means 100 only. That is as per the question. In the question included means you have to write 101. If they have not written inclusive word, then no need to write. Right? Now range of 1 to 101 completed. Now you want to check if that particular I value is divisible by 5 is equal to 0 and I is divisible by 7 is equal to 0. Whichever the number satisfies these two conditions, that number only you have to print. That you have to check one after one. For that, I am going to use for I in range. One after one. Automatically, you have to check one after one every time. For that, I am going to use I in range of. So this is the same code I have written here. For every time you stop considering I. Now this time I have considered num. Now num is equal to 1 and enters into the loop. And it is going to check. So like this, it is going to work. Is that clear? And you are going to get 35 and 70. Whichever the number satisfies both the conditions, that number only will be printed. Is that clear? Is the question is clear? Next, till now we have explained only range only. Now let us change instead of range to sequence. Now list, this is a list where list is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is there. List of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now for I in sequence, now what are the different I values? What are the different I values? Miss 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whatever is in the list, those are the I values. First you have to consider I is equal to 1 and execute the block of code. I is equal to 2, execute the block of code. I is equal to 3, execute the block of code. I is equal to 4, execute the block of code. So I is equal to 1, execute the block of code. What is there inside that? Print I. What is? Nothing but 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For example, now let me ask you a question like this. Now tell me what are the different I values? I is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For I in sequence means I is these values. You have to consider these values. First, what is meant by for block? For each and every value, execute the for block. Now, first E value is equal to I is equal to 1. For I is equal to 1, execute the for block. Inside the for block, what is there? SRK. Print SRK. It is going to print this one. Executed. For block is completed. I is equal to 2. Print SRK. Once again, SRK will be printed. I is equal to 3. SRK will be printed. I is equal to 4. SRK will be printed. I is equal to 5. SRK will be printed. Like this, I am going to print 5 times the SRK. Sir, you are printing 5 times, but you are not using I now. It is mandatory. Yeah? No. You can use the I value. You may not use the I value. That is your choice. For entering into the block of code, some value has to be taken and entered. That it is going to consider I is equal to 1 and entered into the block of code. By considering some value, it has entered into the block of code. Without any value, it can't enter into the block of code. So that is the reason it is taking some value and entering. Got the point? Take the each and every I value and execute the block of code. Multiple times I am saying. Take the value of some value, execute the block of code. For example, inside this, for I in sequence, I'm not printing. This time J is equal to I plus 10. Done. Now tell me what happens if this is the question. Now what are the different I values? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The same I values. I in sequence means I is in this only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 only. I values are not going to change. Now for I is equal to 1, execute the block of code. What is the block of code is there? J is equal to I plus 10. That is 11. J is equal to 11. Completed. Block of code is completed. Only one line is there. That line has been completed. Block of code is completed. Next, I is equal to 2. J is equal to I plus 10. Now what is the latest I value? 2. 2 plus 10, 12. Completed. Next, I is equal to 3. J is equal to 13. I is equal to 4. J is equal to 14. I is equal to 5. J is equal to 15. Now every time it is going to execute the block of code, but since it is you have not asked anything to be printed, nothing is printing. Execution only it is doing. It is not printing because inside that print is not there. Na? If print is there, print will be done. If print is not there, from where it has to do the print? Inside the print is there, no, right? Nothing is there, na? Print is not there, so it is not printing. If you write the print, for example, print I comma j, I value and j value, both the things you want to print. So now it is going to print first time 1, 11, 2, 12, 3, 13, 4, 14, 5, 15. Everything it is getting printed every time. So it is going to print like this: 1, 11, 2, 12, 3, 13, 4, 15 and 5, 15. If you have written this one out of the block, final answer only will be printed. That is 5 and 15 will be printed. If you have written this one inside the block, every time it is getting printed. If you have written inside the block, everything will be printed. If you have moved one more step, it is going to throw that unexpected indentation error. So this for block, only one indentation you have to give, up to this only, not 2 or 3 of your choice. Is that clear? Just that's it. This is with respect to the list. For I in the list, it is going to take each list value and it is printing. For example, you have asked only to print j, miss, j only will be printed every time. What is the j value? That is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Whatever you are asking, if none of them is there for print, miss, none of them will be printed. But execution will be done. Sir, whether it is has executed or not, how I can know? Now, if it has executed, what is the last value of j? 15, right? I is 5 and j is 15. So ask j value separately. Now, above code has been executed, right? That is the reason only it is printing now. If the above code is not executed, why will it print? Got the point? Next, sequence is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. And for item, instead of using every time I, you can use item also. Item in sequence. Now, what are the different values of item? 1, 2, 3, 4. First item will be taken as 1, entered into the loop. Inside the loop, it is going to execute the for block. What is the for block? Item is equal to 1. So print item. What is there in the item? 1. So it is going to print 1, followed by 2, followed by 3, followed by 4. It is going to print that one. Right? Now, this one, for I in range of 2. What is range of 2? Now, what are the different I values? 0 and 1. First, you are going to execute for I is equal to 0. Second, you are going to execute for I is equal to 1. For I is equal to 0, block of code, that is 0 plus 10, which is 10. Print J and SRK, that is 10 and SRK. This will be printed. Whichever is printing, I am writing in the rectangular box. Rectangular box will not be printed. I am writing that rectangular box for my understanding that this is getting printed. Right? Next, I is equal to 1. J is equal to 1 plus 10, which is 11. And print 11 and SRK. So 11 and SRK has to be printed, miss. I am keeping in the rectangular box. Now, what is the output of this, miss? Whichever is in the rectangular box, that is the output. 10 SRK and 11 SRK is the output for this code. And this is the backend. It is going to work like this. First, I is equal to 0 will be completed. After I is equal to 1 will be completed. For each cell, each line to line, I am explaining the back, how it is processing that one and how it is printing. And after writing the output only, I am executing the code. Right? So first I am explaining and I am showing you the meaning of that. Why you have to consider that one. Is that clear? And in this, if you have not considered the J, print J is not there. Only SRK is there. Now tell me, what is the code? What is the output of this? So first, I is equal to 0 and it is going to execute the block of code. What is the block of code? That is J is equal to 10 and print SRK. SRK which is printed. Now, I is equal to 1, execute the block of code. That is J is equal to 11, print SRK. SRK will be printed. Now, what are the prints? It's there output? SRK, SRK. So, output is SRK, SRK. Since we have written like that, it is output like that. If you have written the J miss, J value will be there. Whatever you have written, according to that, it is going to execute. It is executing the block of code. Don't focus on the code. Understand the concept that it is executing the block of code only. Is that clear, guys? Now, so tell me this one. First, you tell me this one. Items is equal to list of items 1, items 2, item 3, and item 4. For I in range of length of items. Range of length of items means items. Items, length of items. What is length of items? 4. Range of 4 means 0 to 3. Now I value still stands for I is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3. Right? So first you start with I of 0 and execute the block of code. Followed by I is equal to 1, execute the block of code. I is equal to 2, execute the block of code. I is equal to 3, execute the block of code. For each and every I value, execute the block of code. Now, so first I is equal to 0, execute the block of code. What is there inside the block of code? That is items of 0. Items of index 0. Index 0, what is there? Item 1. It is going to print item 1 is at index, it will be printed as this, comma I. What is I value? 0. It is index at 0. It is getting printed like this. Items of 0. 0 means items of 0 is nothing but item 1. List. This is a list and this is the index. So items of 0 is item 1. So item 1 is at index 0. Next, item I is equal to 1. So what are the different I values? 0, 1, 2, 3. 0 is completed. Next 1. With 1, items of 1. Items of 1 means what is the answer? Item 2. Item 2 is at index as this will be printed because this is text data. It will be printed as this. Now what is the I value? 1. Now 1 also completed. Next 2. I is equal to 2. Item 3 is at index 2. It is going to print like this. 2 also completed. Next I is equal to 3. Item 4 is at index 3. Now it is going to print like this. These are the 4 statements which I am going to get. Item 1 is at index 0, item 2 at index 1, item 3 at index 2, item 4 at index 3. Is that clear? Got the point? Just you are going to take for each and every value. So whenever you have written this one, this is a variable. This is the text. I told you already in the printer. For that reason only I have completed first print and there only I have shown you all the options. Now again, if you are asking the same question, this is variable 1 and you are printing the text, that is value. You can print the variables and values. Combination is possible or not? Both the possibilities is there, right? The same thing. This is one of the value and this is value and this is value. This is variable. Is that clear? Or let me write in a simple way. J is equal to items of whatever the I value is there that will be stored in the J. And that J I am printing. Print the J. Instead of J, if you write item, that item of I, the same thing, na? Both are same. If you write J also okay, items of I also okay. Both are same only. J is nothing but items of I only, na? Both are same. Is that clear, guys? Any questions? So please practice till now whatever we have discussed, and tomorrow we are going to continue with the remaining things.